Welcome back to another Power BI 3-minute tip. If you're liking these quick Power BI tutorials, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell. Today we're going to be talking about the Image Viewer Custom Visual. And this is an awesome custom visual that allows us to change images based on slicer selections. This is really powerful, so let me go ahead and show you what I mean. Let's take a look at our data real quick. We just have one table. It shows sports, baseball, football, and basketball, and just a number of fans. Going back to the main visualizations, we have our slicer that shows the baseball, basketball, and football, and we have a title with this handy little DAX measure that says if the sports table is filtered, go ahead and throw in chosen sport and give the sport, else just say no sport selected. Pretty easy stuff. So click on basketball, you see chosen sport basketball, click on football, chosen sport football, and taking it away, no sport selected. So very cool. So now we're going to have to download the image viewer. And this actually isn't available on the App Store anymore, so you have to come to this link, and this link will be in the description of this video. Scroll down and go to the downloads, click the image viewer download, and start the download there. Once that's all done, let's go to Power BI and import it by clicking the ellipses, import from file, find the image viewer visual, and go ahead and click open. Great, it was imported successfully. So go ahead and click on it and bring it into the view, and there we go. It's successfully in there. So the way you populate this with an image is by adding an image URL. So we're going to need to provide these to this visual. And in order to do that, we're going to enter some data, create our own table, and this table is going to be called images. And it's going to have a column for sport and a column for the web URL. We'll call it URL. Cool. We're going to have the same three sports: baseball, football, and basketball. And now we need to find three web URLs to put in this. So I've already found three. Go ahead and let's just take this image of the baseball, copy image address, and put it in the URL. Let's do the same for football. Right click on the football, copy image address, put it in the URL. And lastly, for the basketball, right click, copy image address, and put it in the URL. Awesome. Now I'll just load the table and give this a second to add it to the data model. And cool. Now let's take a quick look at this table. It's got the sport and URL column. Let's take a look at the relationship. And Power BI was smart enough to link it based on sport. As you hover over the line, you can see that it was linked on sport. Awesome. So now it's all set up. All we have to do is add the URL field into the URL well for the custom image viewer. And awesome, there's a picture of a baseball. Cool, and by default, it takes the first URL it sees alphabetically. And so in our case, when we don't have a selection, it shows the baseball. But once we click on baseball, it shows the baseball. Once we click on basketball, it shows the basketball. And for football, just as you expected, it shows the football. So awesome, we can change our image dynamically based on slicer selections. This adds a whole lot of functionality to our report. So if you like this tip, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next Power BI 3-minute tip.